presence of an international coach, not just any coach, but a renowned an expert, will make a whole lot of difference in our squash development. You know, we have coaches who have trained world champions. So having such a personality in Nigeria to train our players will go a long way to see that the game develops. So training is not just enough. We need to have more exposures. We need players to attend more tournaments because by so doing, you'll be able to assess yourself. You know at what level you're playing because you're not just playing against yourself, you're playing against other world champions. So you need to know what level they are for you to also brace up with your game. So it's very key to have an international coach.
Okay, what level you rate the squash game in Nigeria
If we are rating ourselves, we want to look at Africa to start with. We're talking in terms of our rating in Africa. I'll tell you we're among the best two after Egypt. And to remind you, Egypt are world champions. So if we are just next to Egypt, that means we are good as far as Africa is concerned. I don't think we have much. Going by the result from the last All-African Senior Championship in Uganda, we came second in the team event and for the male and the ladies event.
Okay, now that you are the pilot now in that game, what are your plans for the game?
Yeah, we came on board with three agendas. First, we talked about giving visibility to the sport. We want to ensure that the sport is everywhere in the faces of people. Let people get to know. We need to bring up new players, new supporters, new stakeholders. We need more people to play the game of squash. It's not a new sport entirely. It's been all around, but we need to give more visibility to the sport. And then we also talk about structures being put administratively so that everything that is done for the sport, it is done with proper structure in place in terms of running the federation. So we're looking at that. And then lastly, we also talk about grassroots development. The survival of any sport or any endeavor goes back to the grassroots. So we're looking at that. And so far, so good. I think we are making tremendous strides.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
We will achieve. Um, as you have rightly pointed out, if I have an addiction, squash is that addiction. And if you ask me to choose between food and squash, I will choose squash and say food can still wait. And I enjoy it. Apart from the fact that I enjoy it, I think it's good for my body and for my ailment. Because one of the things that you have to do in managing diabetes is to make sure that you exercise yourself regularly. That's that. I like the point you make about you catching them young at the grassroots. And I will admit my failure in one part. I tried, I haven't succeeded yet, but I haven't given up. But I will look for an international coach. And if it means paying for such a coach, I would pay. We tried, was it India or we tried Egypt and tried South Africa.
Even South Africa, you spoke with
Okay, yeah, the president, and we said, yeah. So, but I haven't given up. I think we need an international coach. help us. What we also need, some of which I have taken delight in, is facilities. We have we have two here now. I know one here. Two courts here. Yeah, we have two courts there. We have one in Djibouti, and it's not being used. I think we mentioned that. It's still there. I think if you can persuade the Ogbeni Oja, maybe he will try and help us build a team. It's just to give them a bit of encouragement, and but the court is there, it's not being used. I think we are. I think we are having two courts. I think two.
Two under construction.
I think two are.
Two is coming up at Ilaro. Two.
There are two courts coming up at Ilaro, and the Akarigo. Yeah, they know Akarigo is questioning my life. That why should there be anything in Djibouti and there's none in Shagamu? So I think we have designed the Shagamu. We are working on awarding the contract. The Orona in Laro should be ready by end of the year. I think if you can just help us get people. The good thing about Laro is that there's a polytechnic there, which we can use. Shagamu too has a number of people. Even in Djibouti, Agowi is not far from Djibouti. I think we have, because I agree with you, grassroots. And to do grassroots, we need facility, not only racket. Now, racket is good for, but they must have a place to play. And the good thing is that if we have them using it, again, they will also call attention for maintenance when there's need for maintenance. Because what used to happen to school courts is that they are not maintained, and they really rapidly get dilapidated and they are out of use. I don't know whether the military still have. They used to have squad courts in the park.
It's a great honor to be here. You have been a pillar of squash, just like allude to what Justice Shuremi has said. You have been an ardent squash player, not just a supporter. I've watched you on TV, I've seen you live play the game. But I know one thing, you're always winning.
That sounds to my own part.
So it's a great pleasure to have the board visit you today, just to hint you of what we have been doing and what we intend doing in the coming future. So we took over from the immediate past board, and I can say they've done their best, they've laid the foundation for us, and we are coming in to continue from where they stopped. So we came in, and the first assignment we had was to present the national team, the senior national team, at the All Africa Squash Championship, which held in Uganda, November last year. Our players did well. At least we came second in the team event for male and for female, while one of our individual players came overall best in the non-PSA championship. Yeah. So one one of the things we say we'll do is to focus more on grassroots development. And we have started that with the training of coaches who do the work for us in all the geopolitical zones. So we have distributed racket just recently, equipment, because we know players need this equipment to participate fully, for them to get the best. So we've distributed to a set of 4 coaches, 10 racket each, and 2 packs of squash balls. We intend to do more in that respect and to reach out to more zones. So we're doing that. And of late, we have players being prepared for the World Team Junior Championship, which will take place July 20th to 31st of this year in Canada in some few days. And we've concluded 2 phases of camping for these players. And I'm proud to say we have, please stand up, your daughter as one of the top women ladies player, and she's going to represent the country. So I think it's a good thing. So, and I want to use this opportunity to seek your permission as well. We intend having the last phase before they travel for the event, the last phase of camping to hold here at OOPL Squash Court. We'll seek your permission for that so that you can see the players and motivate them, inspire them to do the country well.
Your applications will be passed on.
All right, sir. No problem. So I want to thank you for your support so far. Thank you for all you have been doing for squash. Our budget for Canada is 55 million, and we've been able to raise some part of it. We still have some outstanding in respect of getting tickets for these players. So we believe we can get that done before July 20th. And I hope we'll present that team and they'll come back with laurels. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.